Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of How to Minecraft. Today we are finally going to build something on our house, which I'm very excited to do. In the previous episodes we got the materials that I needed, so I got all this terracotta. And there was another block that I realized that, like, I don't have. And I don't know why I wasn't thinking of this. So I went before this episode and got a little bit more sand. I already have a ton of gravel. And what we can do with this, if I get some... Wait, do I have... Oh, no. I have my dye over here. I moved it. If we get some dye... Let's just use white dye here. Actually, let's grab a whole bunch of it. Then we can make some concrete powder, which I don't know why I wasn't thinking of when I got all the other blocks, but wham bam, there we go. Now we have some concrete powder. What's nice is for every, you know, basically one sand, because you're matching it with gravel, then you get 2 stacks out of it. So for every 1 stack of sand, 1 stack of gravel, you get 2 stacks of this stuff, which is absolutely fantastic. All we have to do is put this into some type of water, and then we get it out as concrete. And I didn't have any of these blocks, so I'm gonna spend some time here. This is a little trick you can do on a PC by putting stuff in your offhand and then using your main hand to mine it up. So I'm gonna switch this stuff all to concrete. And by the way, if it wasn't obvious, it's because the water, once this concrete sand, this dust, I like to think of it, once it touches water. So here I can put some more down, boop, right there. And then if I was to move the sand, it turns into the concrete. So it basically hardens. So if you're like, wait, what is going on here? That's what's going on here. So before I get started, I'm just going to pop down a whole bunch of chests. And I'm going to move some of my blocks over here so that they are easier to access. So this white concrete. And I can also get rid of some of this terracotta stuff. Okay, so this is the color palette that I want to use. There's not a lot of color in it, but for this area, this is what I would like to use. So I'm hoping to build like a grand entrance, basically. We have like a little foyer, but then I want this area to have some stairs and maybe like I'm thinking like maybe some type of center focus point, like a pillar or something. And then, of course, the floor. And also, I'm not going to bother digging out this ground right here. The floor is going to be right here. So, like, if, you know, let's say that I decided to do the floor like a checker pattern or something, like, it's just going to be right there. And we're going to have the land sort of meet this, this floor, just like that. Actually, that doesn't look half bad if I do say so myself. Actually, I think I have an idea for the blackstone, so I might end up doing some chiseled bricks. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I might, you know what, I think I'm gonna make this look a little bit like fancier by doubling the size of everything. So, whoops, that was too much. And then, so instead of small little squares, we're going to do big squares. And also I realize I should definitely be building. Oh, looks like I already am. Okay, that's good. I was like, I want the center to obviously be, oh wait, this is odd, isn't it? Oh, well, that threw me off. Okay, well, that's fine. Whatever. Is it gonna be a little off center? Maybe I should make it look even grander by going for 3. Instead of by 2. These are going to be large tiles. The problem I have with this is it doesn't look like tiles. It just looks like a whole bunch of little miniature tiles in a big tile. I don't like this. Oh, we gotta... Okay, well, we got a situation here. Get out of here. Okay, they're done. Dealt with. Oh, wait, one more. Hello, little... you're a tree goblin. What is this? Get out of here. There we go. Okay, so I switched that out for andesite, which I think will look more like one solid piece, which I think it does. And that looks good. That looks better. And I swear that I used chiseled, whatever this is, chiseled stone bricks before, so this works out. Why is this? Why? Did I not count correctly? This is the center. Why do I have one extra block over here, but not over here? It was incorrectly counted. 16. Yeah, okay, so. Okay, well, these rooms are getting a little bit bigger. I just made up some more white concrete, and I feel like it is time. We should definitely get rid of this, whatchamacallit, effect. The bad omen. We don't want no bad omen. I might accidentally start a raid, so we're gonna just drink some milk here. There we go, and we're good. It's amazing when, like, I didn't plan it, but it's gonna fit perfectly inside of here. Like, I did not know that dividing by 3 would make the perfect grid. Anybody want to play some checkers? I'm down. Okay, so now that the floor is done, I kind of wanted to make a pillar almost. Like, I wanted to make this like focal point of the room out of blackstone. And it's also going to kind of hide this massive, you know, beacon that's coming out of the house. So I was going to just kind of make a very simple just circle. And that is not in the center. Maybe I should, yeah, maybe I should make that in the center. That would might look better, or yeah, that'll look better. So let me, there we go. Okay, so the circle's in the center, which is kind of nice. It kind of cuts off right there at a tile. I keep calling them tiles, but you know, you get it. So there we go. So that will kind of be a focal point of the room. I'm gonna build this up. I feel like I'm making like a Tinker's Construct multi-block build here. Okay, I think this is tall enough. In fact, it might be too tall. But what I want to do is have basically some stairs that go up towards the top, and then have like a second level. And I think that's where I'm gonna have my bed and stuff. Like, this is gonna be my bedroom. It's gonna be the entryway, but there's gonna be a loft up there, and that'll be where I spawn in, so I can get out of the house quickly if I need to. So I might change this later, but I'm gonna go ahead and basically make some pillars out of some of this andesite. Okay, that's as tall as that. And how far away? Okay, so I went like one diagonal from here. Boop. And that's gonna be sort of the base. Oh wow, that worked out pretty perfectly. That's gonna be the base of the floor, like so. So from down below, it looks something like that. And now I want to add some stairs up to the top. Okay, so I started at the top, and I started because I didn't really want to measure anything. Basically, I just went over here and I put down a block, right? And then I'm gonna have a block come off of it, and then we're just gonna stair step down until we get to the bottom. Now right here, I want this to all be one flat platform, and we're gonna continue this sort of 3x3 design, and then we're gonna have a step down. So I just did that over here, and I think that it looks really good. I made sure that if I was to build this out, it would look like it's 4x3, but because we're gonna put a stair right there, it's all gonna work out just fine. And then keep building the rest of that. I need more steps. And whoops, put that one in correctly. Wow, just destroying my build here. There we go. So those should match. Yeah, they do. Perfect. So this, I think, is gonna create sort of a grand staircase look to it, which is what I was going for, but it's a very simple way to make a grand staircase, because I'm not making any crazy curves. I'm not doing anything. It gives the impression of curves without all the extra work of needing to make it look good in Minecraft. And we got that just by having kind of a small foot here, this little like edge here, and then went around the side of this with that platform. I'm gonna build the rest of this out so that it all is, there's no missing blocks, and then we'll get working on something else, and I'll have to take a nap here. Just gonna fill in the floor here. or what we have of it so far. Now, I think it's time to start focusing on the walls. And I want to take this black stone that we used and I want to incorporate that into the walls. And so basically, I'm just going to do almost like a two-tone wall and have... I love this black stone. I just realized I'm using it all over the place. Not in this build. I used it for my horse stables over there. And I used it in the auto sorting room, but we're going to use a lot less in this build. It's just to sort of tie in that middle pillar with the rest of the room. It's funny, after you put something in this room, it feels so less grand. It's like, okay, it feels small. I think most of it because I have this big space back here that you can't see anymore. But whatever. So I only put down one layer, but I think I'm gonna build this up 3 tall, and then I'm gonna do a second tone, but I'm gonna break that up. Okay, that's all done, and now I want to build up the rest of the walls with white. And once again, I don't think this is going to look great in its current form, but I'm hoping that it'll all come together because I have another element of these walls that I want to add. Okay, the walls are done. Whee! Falling down. And there's a zombie over here. Get out of here. So I really like this two-tone look. But I feel like right now we are living in a box. We need to break up this look. Also, I think that I'm gonna use something different for the floor right here eventually. But I want to make sure that this doesn't just look like a big old box. So we're gonna have to add some changes in here. Also, keep in mind that we still have runes on a lot of these. So like right here, there's gonna be like a door here eventually, and my plan is to kind of deal with that when I make that room. So I mean, maybe I'll keep that hole there just to keep that in mind, and then we'll have another one over here or whatever. So just keep in mind that I'm aware that we're gonna have to basically make doors in all of these, and we're just gonna get to that later. Okay, so the way that I'm gonna make this look less like a box, even though it is to add some pillars sort of down the side, just to kind of add any type of definition, like what we've done over here on the side, which we've added these sorts of pillars, which just kind of gives you a cool parallax. It really adds some definition to the wall. So I'm doing sort of like almost like a gray tone. We got the white, gray, and black. So I think the thing that would go perfect for that would be quartz. So I'm going to grab some of my quartz and make some quartz pillars. The other thing that may look good, and I kind of forgot about this, is bone. Actually, I might use bone, just because I love that sound. And also quartz is useful in redstone. So I was just kind of like, oh man, I'm going to use up all my quartz. I'm not going to have any for redstone anymore. Yeah, let's use bone, because I have a lot of bone, and we can, I think, make enough blocks. I hope. I do have a skeleton thing, spawner, that I have never made, and it's making me regret not making it now that I want all this bone. I may switch back to quartz. I haven't decided yet. The cool thing with quartz is that there's a lot of different variants. So I could use chisel quartz, and I could use all these other different types of quartz. And I could make like sort of chiseled pathways around the doors and whatnot. So there's bone. Oh wow, I had never made quartz before. It's behind my webcam, but I'm getting the little notification thing. It's like, hey, here's what you can do with quartz. Yeah, I'm gonna use quartz. I think I decided before I even finished building, but these are the 3 pillars. I do like bone a lot. I really, really do like that. Isn't it possible to get smooth quartz? I might want to use that. I hope this works. I don't know what I'm about ready to get out of here. I'm pretty positive that that's what I remember. Yes, smooth quartz block. So it's like the quartz block, but it doesn't have any of the edges, so it doesn't look like a tile. So I can do that. Oh, okay, that's what we're gonna do. Get out of here, bone block. I'm gonna break some more quartz. This is how I love to do it. I create a giant pillar and then use my Fortune 3 pick to get back down. Whoops, I walked right off the edge of it. And the Fortune 3 commences back on solid ground. How many do we get? Ooh la la. We got over 4 stacks. Hooray! Is that I forget. When I do this, oh, it only makes one. I forgot. This is why I never build in quartz. It's always so expensive. Okay, so this is our first pillar going up in the corner. And, oh, that looks awesome. That's exactly what I wanted. Love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. So, let me throw one down over here. And then I guess maybe we could just, like, I don't know if I should divide the blocks or if I should use maybe the tiles as an indicator of where to put the next one. I definitely have this doorway kind of already going. It looks like we're skipping 3. Then we got this down. Then we're skipping 5. Well, maybe that's just on this one wall. But so if we skipped 3 and then put 1 down. It doesn't quite work out to get right back into the corner. Well, we have a tiny issue. That is that we have 30 blocks in length, but we need one at the beginning and at the end. So you can basically imagine that first one, don't count it. So we almost have 29 blocks that we need divided. 29 is a prime number. So we're not going to be able to do that. So I think that I'll just go back with my original and we're going to skip 3, put 1 down, skip 3, put 1 down. And then I might do some funny business right here with the stairs because it's going to look weird coming down the stairs. And so we're just going to kind of ignore that the stairs exist. And we're going to start over here and then do the same thing. That door will have to move. And we're good. Okay, so the pillars are finished. Da, 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 da. And it really does help break up a little bit of the room. There's still a ton more little details that we can do. Everything still looks a little plain, if you were to ask me. I do want to add some type of light source to the room. And I think that I'm going to try to aim for the edges. And I was wondering if I could pull off something similar to this, where it almost looks like there's lamps on the edge of my pillars. Maybe I should like act like that. Ooh. I think I like that. And basically just motivate them as if they are kind of old-timey lamps. Maybe I should switch those out for redstone lamps. I'll think on that. So we have a little bit of light. The middle of this room still needs something, but we won't accidentally create too many mobs at the moment. Maybe I could keep going with this almost like edge. I mean, I guess if I'm aiming for a lamp, maybe I should just put down a lamp. You know me. I love lamp. Okay. I have an idea. I think it's a pretty cool idea, if you ask me. Okay, first we're going to break all these again. And I'm going to add a trapdoor to either side. And it's going to be an iron trapdoor. That way I don't accidentally like click it. And then we can hang a lamp just like that. Looks pretty cool. I like it. To be honest, I might get the effect that I'm looking for a little bit better if I hang it off of the front instead of off of the side. Like I want it to look like almost like an old classic. That might be it. It's getting dark, so we can like kind of see. That looks kind of cool. I wish that it was like, I wish it wasn't quite such a dark texture. I wish it was more of an iron lamp, but I think that's working. Okay, we'll add these. Yeah. And then I also like that I could kind of continue the same idea over here if I wanted. So if I don't know how this is going to look. It's almost like too much. Oh, maybe I should do it on the other side. On the inside of this. So we went up there. Boop. And then we'll do the same one over here. And then hang a lamp. It's kind of cool. Yeah. Yeah. I like it. I like that a lot. The other thing is, I think that I never really liked this white concrete. I just kind of threw it there. And so I think that I'm going to go with andesite since there's already andesite in the floors. And then this floor up here is going to be a lot simpler. And it's just going to be straight up andesite. So right now I'm throwing down polished andesite, which makes it look more like an edge. Gives us a little contrast. And then this center area, I'm going to pull all this out, and it's just going to be andesite. There we go. So that's been switched out. So we kind of have the stone thing in the center. Okay, so I finished kind of the thing. I don't have enough I don't have enough quartz at the moment to reach all the way back here, so that's a little sad. I'm gonna just throw down some here. We could do a little bit of work over here just by throwing down some light over here. So far, this is what we have. We have this sort of foyer area that I want to keep the ceiling just a little bit low. There's like a game mechanic that I learned when playing through, I think it was the developer commentary of Portal, and they were like, if your ceiling is low and then it opens up really high, then it kind of draws your eye upward. And so as we come through this doorway that's a little low, well, like the ceiling almost gets revealed, which we haven't made yet, but we have this the space for it, and then the whole rest of the room. There's still a ton of details that I want to add, but I think that is where we are going to end it today. Oh, you know what? We should end it because I mentioned that I wanted to have my bed and that be my spawn point. So I should go ahead and throw down my bed. We're gonna pop this, I guess, right there. That way I won't accidentally walk out into the void right there. And we will set our spawn point there. So now that is our new spawn point, which is great. In fact, I'm gonna click this again, like right over here. Break, and then place, and then I want to get out on this side. Oh my gosh. Well, I need to, it still thinks it's the same bed because I broke it and put it in the exact same location. Okay, there we go. And bam. So this is where I want to wake up. And then I can run down over here. That is about it for this episode. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a like. Also, make sure you subscribe for future videos, tips, tricks, tutorials, and spotlights here on OMGcraft. If you want to directly support me, you can get some merchandise at helloomg.com, HELLOOMG.com. And you can also become a member of the channel. Thank you so much to those of you who are channel members. You guys get videos as soon as I render them, and you get a whole bunch of other perks too. Thank you so much for your direct support. See y'all on the next video. Bye.